Your favorite Disney characters are in town today and all weekend long. Stay tuned to find out how you can win tickets to Disney on Ice.
And with all 14 victims identified in the recent California mass shooting, there's still no common ground for gun control among Republicans or Democrats.
WHBF is local for you. This is Local 4 News this morning.
Good Friday morning. Thanks for watching Local 4 News this morning. I'm Chris Langlois.
And I'm Emily Scarlett. First this morning, Bettendorf police are searching for the suspect of an armed robbery.
It happened around 7:20 last night at the Lund 66 on Spruce Hills Drive. Police say the suspect displayed a handgun before demanding money. The man then left on foot with an undisclosed amount of money. He's described as wearing a dark-colored zipped hooded sweatshirt and dark-colored sweatpants. His face was covered with a bandana. He's approximately 6'2" with a tall and slender build. There were no injuries. Please contact Bettendorf Police with any information you might have.
Also this morning, a special event for kids of all ages is skating into town at the iWireless Center. Disney on Ice presents Treasure Trove, and that kicked off last night.
But if you're still interested in seeing the show yourself, you're in luck. There's 6 more shows left, and Local 4's Alice Kang joins us live from the iWireless with a sneak peek of the show. So Alice, how's it going out there this morning?
Well, Chris and Emily, it's been an exciting morning. I'm now joined by Josh Bindon, a specialty performer here with Disney on Ice. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Oh, thanks for having us down here.
So tell us a little bit about your role that you play here.
I'm a specialty act performer, and Disney on Ice presents Treasure Trove, presented by Stonyfield Yo Kids Organic Yogurt. And what that kind of means is that, like in competition, we're kind of bound by rules and what we have to do with our numbers and whatnot. But here on the show, we get to actually bend and break and really innovate. And so I do a lot of acrobatic style stunts, a lot of comedy in the show. So good chances are if you're laughing while you're watching, I'm probably out on the ice.
Okay, perfect. And you said we had a little sneak peek this morning?
That's right. Treasure Trove actually presents our favorite classics from Snow White all the way through Tangled. And we've got a little sample from Snow White, the 7 Dwarfs. Let's check that out.
All right, perfect. Thanks, Josh. There they are, the 7 Dwarfs. Performance. Now, Emily and Chris, remember we are doing our Local 4 viewer giveaway. Now, head to our Facebook page, WHBF TV, comment on our hot topic trivia question, and that can land you 4 free tickets to Saturday night's show. Chris and Emily, back to you.
The show looks like a lot of fun.
Certainly
Thanks
does.
for that, Alice. On to the story making headlines. The recent shooting in California and last week's in Colorado is leaving a lot of people wondering when tragedies like this will stop, and more importantly, how to stop them.
One of the most prominent sheriffs in the nation stopped by the Quad Cities. Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart is all too familiar with gun violence. His experience as sheriff, a Cook County prosecutor, Illinois state senator, and state representative has given him a unique perspective. And Local 4's Ashley Richmond sat down with him and has more.
Tom Dart has been running the country's second largest sheriff's department since 2007. He's seen a lot in his time, but Dart says fixing the United States issue with mass shootings is a problem with no clear answer.
This has gotten so bad that horrific event is a normal event for us.
It's a fact. Mass shootings like we just saw in California are a regular occurrence in this country. According to one FBI study, there were 115 active shooter incidents from 2007 to 2013. That more than doubles the 45 from 2000 to 2006. Every so often, a tragedy like Sandy Hook generates some interest in gun control measures. But not even tame measures have been able to gain footing.
When the killing of the children occurred in Connecticut a few years ago, if that wasn't going to get us to be able to come up with some major changes in the way we deal with guns, nothing's going to do it.
Dart says he does see possible headway when it comes to treating mental illness. He helped change part of Illinois' firearms owner identification law. It used to be that people who were diagnosed with a mental illness after buying a gun would only lose their firearms ID card, but got to keep the gun.
I wouldn't let my 6-year-old get away with that type of logic, but yet that's what we were doing up until a year and a half ago. And so the notion that there are not some areas where we can still do some things that are thoughtful is wrong.
Dart says gun control is too political to get anything done on a national level. He thinks the best way to bring about change is to modify laws that are already in place.
If you work with some of the people in more local forms of government, whether it's a sheriff or a state's attorney or something like that, you might be able to work with them on some nuanced parts of the law that are there that aren't being enforced as well.
Sheriff Dart says Cook County has been working to curb gun crime by following the weapon trail to see where they're coming from. For example, in Chicago, a lot of guns recovered at crime scenes came from Indiana. Now Dart's deputies are working across state lines to help catch those criminals. Ashley Richmond, Local 4 News.
Thanks, Ashley. And as the identities of all 14 California victims are released, the oldest victim 60, the youngest 26, federal investigators are still trying to figure out whether terrorism played a role in that deadly attack. Law enforcement sources tell CBS News shooting suspect Syed Farouk had been in contact with people in the U.S. and overseas with possible ties to terrorism. Farouk and his wife, Tashfeen Malik, died in a gun battle with police after carrying out Wednesday's massacre. Police say they had amassed enough ammunition and guns to conduct another attack. Meanwhile, Democrats and Republicans remain divided over how to tackle the gun control issue. Yesterday, the Senate voted against a bipartisan measure to expand background checks for gun purchases online and at gun shows. GOP presidential contenders Ted Cruz, Lindsey Graham, Rand Paul, and Marco Rubio were among lawmakers who opposed that move.
In other national news, the Pentagon is opening up all military combat roles to women. Defense Secretary Ash Carter announced the historic move yesterday, making women eligible to join the Navy SEALs and other special operations units if they meet the standards. Congress has 30 days to review those changes.
Next year, students at the University of Iowa will pay a bit more in tuition. Regents for Iowa's public universities voted to increase undergraduate costs by 3%. International students will see a $500 increase. Tuition at the University of Northern Iowa and Iowa State will stay the same.
A little girl from Rapid City had a very special wish come true. We told you earlier about Disney on Ice performing at the iWireless, and say hello to 5-year-old Haley Short. She got to meet Mickey and Minnie Mouse at the iWireless Center before last night's performance of Disney on Ice. Haley was diagnosed with leukemia 2 years ago. Her family says seeing Haley's wish fulfilled delivered the smiles they all needed.
It's emotional, especially since everything Haley's been through. It's really nice to see her smile and enjoy herself.
And Haley is currently receiving treatment at St. Jude's Hospital.
Such a nice story to see, and it'll be a bright night for seniors. The Davenport Police Department's Senior Light Tour will take place December 14th. More than 500 seniors can join the bus tour through the city. The event is free, but you'll have to sign up. For details, just head to our website, ourquadcities.com. So definitely some nice events. Really nice to see that Make-A-Wish story. Always such nice stories coming from them.
Yeah, that's always incredible. They do such good work. And sometimes it's just something small, like seeing the smile on your child's face, meeting some characters they look up to. Something small like that can make that huge difference.
Yeah, you're right about that. Let's check in with meteorologist Ash Simpson. And it's a great time of the year to see smiles on folks' faces.
Yeah, absolutely. It's beginning to feel a little bit like Christmas outside. It's cold enough to feel like it this morning. Right now, we're all clear outside, as you can see here on the sky cam. Don't have to worry about any precipitation, but these temperatures are very cold. We're down to 27 right now in Moline. You can see the dew point's at 25, and we're at 29 in Davenport with a dew point of 26. So anytime we get that close, we're going to deal with a little bit of fog outside. You can see our visibilities are a little bit low this morning. You only got 4 miles of visibility in the Quad Cities, 5 in Maquoketa, 5 in Aledo and Galesburg. So they are reduced. They're not below a mile or anything yet, but they are reduced. Just drive a little extra careful this morning. And like I said, you'll want to bundle up and head out to your car a little bit early to scrape off some of that ice this morning. Temperatures are down into the mid-20s, 25 right now in Clinton, 28 in Geneseo, 28 in Aledo as well, 27 in Galena and Maquoketa. So this morning, bundle up as you're heading out, and we are going to have a little bit of fog, so especially take extra care as you're heading out to the bus stop, driving your kids to school with all those kids on the road this morning. It will be a warmer and sunny day. Temperatures are going to get up into the mid-40s. Plenty of sunshine. We're already clear, so we will see a ton of sunshine today. It should be very, very beautiful, and we'll even continue that warm up this weekend. We have a good weekend on the way.
And this morning, my car was pretty much all frosted over. Had to put in some extra time to make sure I got all that off. So hopefully that sun will get rid of some of that frost as people are waking up this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see. It'll still be a little cold this morning, so if you do have an ice scraper, make sure you take it out to your car with you this morning, because most likely you'll have to do a lot of it yourself.
Thanks, Ash.
All right, thanks, Ash. Well, coming up, it may not seem like it these days, but a new study suggests the world overall is actually becoming a safer place.
The time now is just about 5:11. Your top health stories are right after the break.
You're watching Local 4 News this morning.
WHBF is local for you with Chris Langlois, Emily Scarlett, and meteorologist Anthony Peoples. This is Local 4 News this morning in high definition.